Hoagie, so I hope you can hear me. Welcome to a Wednesday night edition of Find Me Alpha League Championship Series. We have a spicy game for you guys. Wednesday night edition. We have a match here between Bachelor Party and Find Me Alcoholics Anonymous. It's going to be a good one. I am your host, Packer Diehard 12, and I am joined by Freedom Penguin. Freedom
Hello.
Penguin, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. I'm happy. I was, told about 5 minutes ago that I was going to help stream this, so I am very excited.
Okay, in all fairness, you were not told. You volunteered, and if you needed another one, you would help. So don't try to say you were thrown in.
I don't know. I haven't streamed a game this whole season, so I am actually excited to do this.
Yeah, me too. I don't get to stream or cast that often because my schedule. Most people know that I talk about how much my schedule sucks. But tonight is the only night I don't have to go to bed by 7 o'clock. So
solid. All right. So what do we got here in your mind? What are we looking at?
Well, I was checking out some of the team stats here. It looks like I want to go over the records again, which I already forgot. Right. I believe Bachelor Party is 4-6. And how do I bring my stats back up? I just had it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, as always, huge shout out to Riley for continuing to do all the stats because they're absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, Riley.
Yeah, Riley is awesome. They do a great job with this every year, and it adds so much to the league to have that stuff. Okay, I have this back up now, I think.
Yeah, I got
looks like Find Me Alcoholics Anonymous has only played 8 games according to the stat sheet, so they are 4-4.
All right.
Versus 4-6 here. So both teams around 50% here, going fairly even. So we'll see. This is going to be a very important then match for both teams as they go into the second half of the split to try to get back to 6-6 on the side of Bachelor Party or 6-4 to get a lead here, or at least a winning record from Find Me Alcoholics Anonymous. So pivotal match here mid-season. We do have the pro draft up finally, so hopefully we'll be getting into bands here. Are all the players here? Yeah, all the players are here. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask about Ready.
Oh yeah.
All right, so there's StarCraft in chat asking Ready, so we'll see if they both ready up here.
Get this game on the road.
It'll be interesting to see.
Do you feel like there are any carry individuals on either team? People are looking forward to kind of solo carry the game.
I think there's multiple for both teams. Multiple people that can step up. On Find Me Alcoholics Anonymous, of course, Seavan in the mid lane has been a guy that can take over a game. He has a couple of his unique picks, like his Kog'Maw mid, stuff like that, which if he can get rolling, he can own a game. Budgie Ditters in the bot lane also, if he's able to get a lead, I think. Also depends on what champion he plays, can really lead this team. He has played Ashe a few times, which is typically not the hey, put everything on my shoulders type AD carry.
Right.
But if he does, so if he plays that won't be the case, but he's played Draven and Caitlyn as well. So
wait, what? Do I have the wrong pro draft? Because
I don't see anything on mine. Oh. Sorry. Stream, we were given the wrong link here from Hokies, so we're...
Wait, what is...
Alright, let's everybody report Hoagie here.
Yes, everybody report Hoagie.
Right, sorry, Pickman's already started. We're behind. I still don't see anything.
No, I see it now. We've got on the side of BP, we've got Diana, LeBlanc, and Shen banned out. With Find Me Alpha Alcoholics, uh, Yasuo, Caitlyn, and Evelyn gone. And Ezreal is the first ADC to be picked up. Ezreal just got buffed in this last patch with his attack speed, and I've actually very much enjoyed him. I played Ezreal for a few games now. He does actually seem really, really strong. It's nice because you can now actually go Triforce build and get a lot more damage out of it, and you don't feel like you're losing out on that Iceborne Gauntlet. So I think Ezreal's a great pickup here.
Yeah, definitely feeling a little bit better after his buffs. I'm sorry, I still, for some reason, these links I'm getting are not showing anything. So I still.
All right, so I'll keep going until you find us here. So we have Misfortune coming out against the Ezreal here.
There we go. I got it now.
And Echo also picked up most likely in the jungle. Echo's still an incredibly strong jungle pick in this patch. So looking for a lot of work to come out from the jungle side.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know if we've seen the Echo out of Lowly Hentai Police, who usually is their jungler. Cvan has played it mid once, so definitely could still be a mid laner if Cvan wants to pick that up, but traditionally is more of a jungler lately, so we'll see if they flex that around. Oh, okay. I don't think you, Hoagie just told me, I don't think you guys in chat can hear this, but I didn't realize we do have a sub coming in for Bachelor Party. Panic at the Top Hat is subbing in for Gerg7, so most likely I believe we will be seeing Panic at the Top Hat mid lane, and then we'll see Bear Jr. playing bot. So most likely then an Ezreal bot lane for Bear Jr., but it can be played mid lane.
Now, Shaco here, do you feel like it's a jungle or support pick? Because I have been dicked by many a Shake. Oh wait, no, there's probably Braum the bot lane. I don't know what the hell. All right, cool. Shaco the jungle, awesome, great,
yeah,
great
Braum
stuff.
jungle, Shaco supportive. Yeah, Shaco's jungle. All right, so we're gonna see Theatrics pulling that one out here for Bachelor Party. So we'll see. Can be very, very annoying to deal with in the game. Hard to keep track of. And if Theatrics is able to get some stuff going and get a couple early kills, it's going to be something that's going to be hard for Find Me Alpha. Yeah, it's hard for me to say this team's name. Find Me Alpha
right.
Anonymous.
There we go.
Always could be a Braum mid. Always could be a Braum mid with funnel strat jungler. JK.
You know, there's a little voice in my ear that says that might be a Braum mid, and I'm gonna ignore that little voice in my ear.
Because... I don't think you do the Braum mid for a funnel strategy. Shaco's the, but I could be wrong. Okay, so band's still coming out. We do see Set band, power pick. You know, everyone knows Set's OP. Yorick banned away from StarCraft, who is that a lot in the top lane. It's been banned against them several times, so pretty normal for them to have to.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Ornn ban. Ornn is still very, very powerful up in the top lane. You can play him a lot of different ways. You could build him in a way that he just does a lot of damage and can solo a lot of top laners, and he just provides a lot of extra, help for your team. So good ban away from them there.
Yep, and thanks to the stats from shout out to Riley again, I can see that Clumsy Chocobo has played Ornn 5 times top lane so far. So definitely targeting. Well, I mean, it's not really a target ban because a lot of people play it, but good to ban that against.
So we get Ahri into Vel'Koz here in the mid lane.
Yeah, Vel'Koz, very typical Panic at the Top hat, excuse me. Control mage type mid laner. Just once very good at taking those tons of picks and poking people out, setting up the zone control, using his ultimate and all that stuff.
He's my former captain, Panic at the Top Hat, and I can concur. He is very good at that champion. That champion used to be frequently banned against us.
And followed by the Rumble pickup there in the top lane. So lots and lots of damage here on the side of Bachelor Party. Lots of magic damage.
Yeah.
Ezreal will do some magic damage, as well as the Vel'Koz in the Rumble. So that's a lot of magic damage.
There's no tank though.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that
Really
is
only
a
looking to Braum to frontline here by himself, which he can be good at that with his shield up, but
incredibly squishy team for Alcoholics Anonymous.
yeah.
I mean, just zero frontline. So it does look like to be an Echo top, I would assume, with Graves in the
Echo
jungle.
jungle, Graves jungle. Oh no, you're right, Graves. Yeah,
Yeah,
Graves with jungle. So
that is interesting.
that is very interesting. Yeah,
I don't know.
very
I
squishy on both sides.
from
But
let's make sure we're ready up here. Um, yeah, I can see BP kind of running away with this just because there's no front line. You know, a good Braum ult into Rumble ult will just and into Vel'Koz ult. I mean, they have incredible potential to just wipe the entire team with little to no effort. So
yeah, I will
that's gonna be
say,
tough.
personally, I would like if there was a little bit more lockdown, just because like Braum ult is obviously very good, but they don't really have much else on the team to lock people down for the Rumble or the Vel'Koz. But it is still, if they are able to like get a choke point off in the jungle or the river, you know, that's going to be very, very dangerous for Farming Alcoholics Anonymous to walk through.
Right.
Um, Also, picking the Braum up there after you see the Misfortune, very good. Obviously, Braum can basically completely negate Misfortune's ult. As well as seeing the Graves come in, he can block the Graves ult as well. So some of that long range burst damage here. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry, what was that?
that's a
Oh,
Camille instead of Graves.
okay. So
Camille
I
top
wasn't
lane,
looking
Echo
in
still in the
the
jungle.
I wasn't looking at the chat in the lobby. So they did say that that Graves pick there is to be a so yeah. So that does make an Echo Jungle. Wheel top.
Thank you, Alistar Moody, for that correction. I didn't. I actually probably saw it. I just tired. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So at least, I mean, Camille's at least a little tanky, depending on how she builds. So it's a little better than just Graves, but still, that is a squishy team. And the problem with Camille is that she's such a good initiator, and unless you get an absolutely perfect initiation, you know, Camille combined with an Echo, you know, Misfortune ult, I just don't see how you're gonna beat out the other team, beat out BP that has just a better all-in, you know, damage potential.
Yeah, so I will say that does give them a really good split pusher. Camille is very good in the side lane, and once she gets a couple items, there is not anybody on the side of BP that will be able to deal with her. Even Rumble 1v1 won't be able to fight a Camille once Camille gets her couple items spiked going.
Definitely.
So maybe that's kind of the game plan is they knew that they didn't have as much team fight power, so they just locked in that split pusher, and they want to keep the pressure going in the side lane and not get into those straight on 5v5 fights. The other thing I do want to say, still looking over this team comps. Obviously, Misfortune is a super strong pick right now, even after that attack speed nerf. That's not really what Misfortune got her power from anyway, so that's not a huge nerf. She's still very strong. Not a whole lot of ways for them to hold people inside the MF ult unless Zyra is able to get her ult down and knock people up. So that's going to be something else they're going to be looking for. It's going to be really hard to find those ults when they don't have much CC, and you have a Braum on the other side that can just jump in front of it and block it all.
I would love to see a lethality Misfortune come out here.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of armor coming out, and really, like, you know, Braum's obviously a tank. Rumble can build some HP and maybe a Zanya's, but with Ari, Zyra, Echo, they're going to be stacking a lot of MR and not have a lot of room for armor, which means lethality Misfortune might be incredibly useful here. So I'm interested to see what StarCraft builds on his Misfortune.
Yep. That will definitely be something to look at. So, but again, as we were talking about from BP, they're not any tanky either. And going against the Zyra, the Ari, the Echo, if you are out of position for 1 second, and get hit by the Zyra
Yep.
Brood or the Ari Charm, you will instantly die to those champions.
Yep.
So it's going to be very, very tough on both sides if you get a little bit more team fighting here, I think, from BP. But if they ever get spread out and get picked off, then it's going to be really hard for them to do.
I think what we're gonna look for is, if Theatrix can get ahead early, then he's gonna kind of control the jungle. You don't want to be left alone with the Shaco. He will destroy you, and he'll destroy most anybody on that team. Especially the squishy carries, Zyra, Ari, Misfortune. So if the Atrix can get ahead and they can get that jungle control, that'll be huge. One of the tougher things, like you said, if you get caught by any of the CC on the side of, Find Me Alcoholics Anonymous, you will die. So the initial thing is like, okay, well, let's just group and stay together. But if you group too early, you miss out on a lot of experience and a lot of gold around the map, which can just put you so far behind that you'll instantly lose the game.
Right.
So I'll have to see how they balance that, going into the mid game around 20 minutes.
Real quick, I do want to bring up, I just noticed that it is Fudgy Ditters who actually has the Echo Jungle locked. So it looks like they did a role swap here.
Oh.
So they have Lolly Hentai Police in the top lane, who we know can definitely go top, but he was traditionally playing jungle for this team. StarCraft taking the Misfortune and going all the way bot lane, and then Fudgy Ditters going to the jungle.
Yeah. I mean, it's always scary to roll swap. I don't know how much they practiced it, or I'm sure they've been doing a lot of stuff in solo queue, but I'm interested to see if that affects their ability to work as a team. But as it stands, yeah, the team comp works really well in theory. The wombo combos there, like the team fight for PMAA is very simple. We just gotta see if they can execute.
Yeah, it's hard for them to start fights. If they can find picks, around objectives before they can get stuff set up, obviously that's going to be what they can team fight. They have, the Zyra ultimate can do a lot, and then Echo can come in with his stun top of it, the Misfortune ult. Those things are all definitely good team fighting tools, but it's hard to set them up when you don't have just someone like a Leona or like a Jarvan jungle or something that is just so much easier to just go in and start something. So if they're able to find the right situations and the right spots when they can use their abilities, then they can still be very successful. But it's going to be up to BP to kind of be aware. The other thing is BP doesn't really want to walk up to you either. They have an Ezreal who wants to sit back, Vel'Koz who wants to sit back and throw his shit over the wall. Rumble who wants to go in after he throws his ult down. So they're not going to be walking forward much. They're going to be looking for the poke first, and then they can move in after the poke comes down. So that makes it even harder, I think, without a great initiation from PMAA. Right. Once we are now on loading screen, so we see right away. I see Barrett Jr. taking the lethal tempo Ezreal, which just seems weird to me because I haven't seen it.
Wow.
Maybe that's good now with the increased AD scaling or attack speed scaling on him, so that later in the game he does a lot.
That could be. I still run Conquer on him, and Conquer feels very, very strong. I'm interested to see what lethal tempo does, but yeah, that's a surprise to me too. And just because we also see the press the attack coming out of Misfortune, which to me means a not lethality build, most likely going standard crit build. So
yeah,
that's no worries. That's fine. Oh, sorry, I paused at 14.
Yeah, I'm at 15 right now, actually.
I will get to 15 and pause.
Yeah, we forgot to pause. That's the typical thing. But anyway, are we at 15? Waiting for Hoki.
All
Okay.
right.
All right, so we should be lined up now with the stream.
Mhm.
We are on to the Rift. Boys and girls, I'm ready for this.
Okay, can you pause for
Yeah,
a
we're good.
second? Restart, like 1 second. All right, we're good.
Good? Okay, sorry, I didn't catch it at first. I'm at 32 back.
Oh shit! I'll pause at 45.
45? Okay.
Yes.
So we're still...
Still trying to line ourselves up.
We'll be
Okay,
here in a sec, don't worry.
Okay, you got to give us a 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you. All right, I'm at 45.
Okay, I'm paused at 45 now.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, here we are now, finally going.
Hey.
No early game. Each team just kind of lining up. Of course, we will see, Shaco can get a really early start to his laners because he doesn't need a leash.
I'm actually a little surprised that we didn't see BP try a little something. You got Braum, Shaco's Ezreal, some pretty good early damage. I'm surprised they didn't try anything cheeky, but I guess it's you playing it safe.
Yeah, I guess Braum Ezreal can proc this done really easy. So we actually did see the bot lane here giving a little love to Shaco. So
Ain't that just so
supposed
nice?
to make him even faster on his clear. He's already on to his Raptors, while you see Echo is still finishing the blues. See how he's able to push that. He's going for the cheese, level 2.
Yep, and it worked very, very
Is gonna have
well.
a flash, maybe? He does flash.
Barely gets out of there.
Good job. I think he saw where that trap was placed, so he didn't walk back into it and get feared around the side of it. So very heads up from him. But that's gonna hurt now, being down that low health of his health.
Alright, so I need to make sure these are set up correctly. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at possible early leads. Obviously that's really gonna hurt the Ahri. I would like to see Shaco come back to that mid lane pretty soon, because Ahri is gonna be without flash. You might as well just take advantage while you got it. If you can control the mid lane, you control a lot of the game.
Yeah, especially on an Ahri who likes to be able to roam around. If she gets held down in mid lane and is not able to move around the map, then that just helps him out even more against that pick potential.
Yeah, and Steven tried to stay as much as he could. We see a little action coming to the bot lane. Looks like Braum Pass is gonna get pocked, and that's a dead Zyra.
That
was fast. Oh god, another
I'm just now
passive.
seeing that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I may have skipped
How did we get-
ahead early. I apologize. I will repause myself. Tell me when
Where
you're at
you at?
3:30. Tell me we're at 3:30.
Okay, I'm at 3:30 now.
2, 3. All right, I'm at 3:35. You can go. All right,
Okay, I'm at 35 now.
ready, set, go. Yeah, I must have clicked the button, and I very much apologize.
Gotcha. No problem. All right, so we're seeing some possible fighting here in the top lane over the scuttle by Pudgy Ditters. So good job. Lolly Hentai Police had the shot.
Check the
there.
bot lane. Braum Roam out of the alcove, coming into StarCraft.
It's coming in onto Misfortune, who uses the defense.
Yeah, good job saving Flash. Props to StarCraft earlier. Didn't blow heal to try and save Rob. I think Rob was dead, whether or not he healed. A lot of times it's just something you want to do just as an ADC, like, oh, try to help the support, I'll heal for you. But, you might as well keep it for a better time if your support's going to die anyway.
Yeah, that's one of those. Both of us play a lot of AD carries, so it's one of those where they die. Question mark pinging you because you had heal still, and you're like, you're dead anyway, bro. Meanwhile, top lane, we see a very good trade coming out of Clumsy Jacobo, who forces Hentai Police to use the E to back away, down less than half health.
I don't know. I feel like Hentai Police like wanted that trade, but I mean, absolutely lost it.
He's gonna have to be a little patient. Camille needs a little help in the early game, especially against somebody like a Rumble who can just deal damage to her through the wave with his Qs.
Yep. We got Fudgy Jitters looking for an engage.
Rob moves forward into the Braum because Fudgy Ditter's there. It's going to chase them away. Both sides losing health. Fudgy Ditter's taking a lot. I wonder if I didn't quite see. I wonder if he got
I would love to see the Shaco get up here into those Krugs. You know, you're a Shaco. You got to be invading the enemy jungle. You got to be taking some stuff. He's a little bit behind in farm, and he did have that pressure mid, but you know, as a Shaco, you got to be everywhere early, or else you're not going to be relevant late.
Yeah. So far, early lanes. First blood is pretty much the only difference between these two teams. Hentai Police takes the trade going in on Clumsy Jacobo. He gets the magic shield to help him out a little bit, but then he backs out.
I feel like Jacobo should not be afraid of these trades. He still wins pre-6, like, pretty hard.
Yeah. I think
but then there is 6 things he's going to go in. Yep.
If he goes in when he's on cooldown, he got the early level 6. I don't know how he got that early level 6 when he had to back earlier. Meanwhile, bot lane, Fudgy Ditter's he gets a stun onto Bear Jr. and Tia Boy goes down trying to help him out. Meanwhile, Theatrix can counter gank. It's a Dark Harvest proc, but that's about all he's going to get, maybe. Fudgy Ditter's
no, he's going to keep going.
He's still going
for this damage. Rob.
Ignite coming down on Rob.
Better get on Ditters. Get on Ditters. Wait,
once the kill, he does get it. Wow. He's going to lose his life in return. And, oh my gosh, that feels bad flashing away while the...
Oh my god. Oh, almost got the Echo there.
Feels bad flashing away while the Echo E phase dive is still targeting on him. Almost turned it around thanks to the Shaco trap. But a very good time here in the bot lane for Find Me Alcoholics. Getting 4 kills out of that. Meanwhile, Bear Jr. wants to go in for some damage. He's not going to be able to kill Rob.
Minion damage here. He's looking for the EQ. Oh, he actually him!
Thought he might have been just a little bit out of range for that.
Yeah, me too.
I give Bear Jr. a lot of credit for that. I would have just backed away, thinking it was over. So
confidence. That was beautiful. All right, looking around the map here, you know, we have a pretty even game going on up top. Now the level 6, I think Camille definitely has the advantage up against Rumble. Bot lane Bear Jr. has a beautiful wave set up here that he can just farm, get himself on our tower. He's going to build up a very nice CS lead. He actually does not have tier yet, I noticed. He went for the Sheen first back. You know, I guess he's trying to build a little more of an early advantage and delaying his later game power spike. So if PMAA notices that, they can actually try to focus themselves around that 15 to 20 minute mark when the Ezreal's power is going to be delayed and see what they can make out of it.
Yeah, that is interesting. Maybe he's doing a new build, you know, a tierless build. He's trying out the lethal tempo, so maybe he doesn't even build a tier. We'll see what happens.
That would be very interesting.
While the Hentai Police goes in for a little bit of a trade here.
Takes
actually well done. Takes him down a good health. Takes a bit on the way out to the Flame Spitter. He did go for the early Tiamat on Camille, which is pretty normal. That's going to help him push out the wave a lot faster, so he doesn't have to take as much damage from the Rumble.
Now, here's something. So Rumble looks like he is rushing the Zhonya's Hourglass, you know, versus a Camille. That does make sense, but you know, it's going to be rough as we get into mid to late game because so many other people are running the magic damage.
Ooh, the root coming in on the Bear Jr. That's a good job from Tia Boy. Damage. That was a very good poke there coming out from Rob. Really, if you're Ezreal, you gotta, I mean...
That's Shaco.
Not ever get... Well, look at all that damage coming up there.
The Shaco clone's like... I always doubt how much damage a Shaco clone
even without building AP, so...
Right? Just that plus the fear, the 3 boxes. I mean, it's a nutty amount. Oh, nice roam.
Oh, very good. Yeah, roam from Hentai. Even flashes out. Probably not a good idea against the Ari, who has more charges.
So, I'm not sure if Clumsy Chocobo like told his team that Camille was missing. There's a chance he did, but in general, even in a game like this where you're on TeamSpeak and everything, I like to ping the missing pings as much as I can, just like really make it obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta do that against someone who can roam that easily. It's so very important. So that may have just been a miscommunication on the side of BP.
Yeah, feels bad. We did see the Mountain Drake also picked up the confident to take that for BP killed. So early Mountain Drake. Not probably the most effective here for either team, because neither team is going to be building that much tank stats. But
and that's actually good though, because it's one Mountain Drake. That means a Mountain Drake's never going to show up again.
That's true.
Like if you were looking at a Mountain Soul, that would be pretty useless. But a Infernal Soul would be very, very helpful. What is the next drag that's coming up? I don't even know how to see that on this.
I don't really know either. Infernal, okay.
Oh, it is Infernal coming up. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I
Infernal
will
will be good for
learn.
both sides.
I'll learn this eventually.
Both.
All right.
Both sides are basically just full damage, so having damage on top of it, good for either side. Police is going to go in here, take a trade. Another good chunk taken out on the Clumsy Chocobo. He's at the point, even though he still only has the Tiamat, that he's just doing a lot of damage.
Great
With
gank by
comes
the
in for the gank. Kind of.
Oh, you gotta keep going! You gotta keep going!
Over the Rumble.
There we go. Dark Harvest stack.
is going to take him down. Meanwhile, we did catch the very end of Panic at the Top Hat being killed again, this time by Fudgy Ditters. Trade 1-for-1, mid and top. They're going to get a lot of damage done top turret in response.
Yeah. It was like bot lane roamed up to mid, and StarCraft is headed all the way up to top lane. That is very far away from your lane, my friend. And as someone who is already down in CS, I'm not a huge fan of this roam. Head Temple does have TP, but it looks like they're not going to find the Shaco. Chocobo will just walk out of that ult and...
Yeah.
Oh, the flash auto-queued.
That feels bad.
That feels
At this
very
point,
bad.
you don't do enough damage.
Wow.
Seeker's on guard.
Mm-hmm. All right.
There, so.
At this point, PMAA is going to have a really tough time. They lost a lot in the bot lane. They're going to be down experience. They're going to be down gold, and they actually had a slight gold lead coming in here, but that is totally negated.
Yeah. They still are up by a couple hundred, but it's going to be basically even.
Mm-hmm.
The end goal of them roaming, I do believe, was to probably take the Rift Herald, but since they took so long to start it up, EP is able to roam to match it, so now they're not going to get that.
Yeah, you do see it looks like a swap in lanes here, but Camille's already in the tower and is going to start putting some damage into that bot tower.
Yeah, it delayed the rumble back so long, so I guess that was only anti-police, a lot of ulti around the turret. Leading.
I would
Lots
like
of damage here coming in onto StarCraft from Air Junior.
Definitely.
The skill shots.
I would like to see PMAA kind of reset some of their vision around the Herald. That's something they want to take. They've still got 2 vision wards in the bot side that they don't need. The vision control is definitely on the side of BP.
Yeah.
And they will have control of this Herald.
They are starting it up now. There was a ward, so PMAA is aware. Misfortune was starting to walk bot lane, but now she's redirected herself.
Rumble has...
Yeah.
Zyra ult down.
Zyra ult's in for not really anything. See
not on
maybe
Herald.
for a flank here. It's gonna reset because both teams are here now. Rumble's gonna be.
No, Zyra had to flash away from that one.
Yeah. So now neither team is on Rift Herald, and yeah, this is actually bad for PMAA because this is a lot of free time for.
Yeah.
Vegetator's is going to go in on Bear Jr., but it's going to get out. He's going to have to ult out. He goes back in on the Braum, does a lot of damage, but the Braum ult is going to lock him down. Meanwhile, the Equalizer comes down here in the side. Bullet time coming down on the Chocobo. It's not going to do enough damage. Double kill here for Bear Jr., who goes in. And no kills returned, so that is very well played there. C-Van has to flash away, or he's going to get popped here by the Ezreal as well.
Well, I don't know about that flash over. Oh my gosh.
He misses the tectonic disruption, so that's not going to be a kill onto the Rob. Very aggressive from
very aggressive.
He was tired of the ganks mid lane. He said, "It's my turn to shine."
That one a little bit.
Hook shotting thin air. A little off there, but it's okay.
Just a little bit.
Missed the skill shot on the wall that doesn't move.
You know, I gotta put a lot of props into your boy for that fight. You know, him landing Qs and starting his passive procs, I think really helped his team through that. You know, his ult was clutch. The Rumble ult was clutch. It was a good all-around team fight from the side of BP, I think.
Yep. So we did see there with all that. I think just taking advantage of the back timers, even though BP won that fight, they all went back, and PMAA just said, "Okay, we'll take Drake since you're not here," and taking 2 dragons. Now that Infernal's going to be giving them even more damage, so picks are going to be even more dangerous here on the side of PMAA.
I like that you brought that up because I think that's something that just about every team can always work on. As I think we relax on It's Your Boy here. I don't think he's tanky enough to get away from this one.
He has the E going. He's able to dash
nope.
Theatrics, but too much damage on the return there. Meanwhile, charmed up is
by C-Van.
Zyra ult coming down. Holy Hentai Police misses the hook shot, but
you can't get out of the Camille ult that way.
Theatrics can't get out of the X-Tech Ultimatum, I believe. Camille.
X-Tech Ultimatum, yeah.
Even when he's invisible, he can't get out. So you know, as soon as the invisibility wears off, he's dead.
I think he knew that. He was trying to predict it. It was a little bit early. Yeah. That was a big oofsie.
Yeah.
Yo, really, that was all C-Van. I think C-Van played that incredibly well, dodging out of the Vel'Koz CC, getting the damage out, landing charms. C-Van very, very nice there.
So, as Chocobo couldn't join that fight because his TP was on, they just leave him top lane. They do trade turrets 1-for-1, which is, when you lose a fight, trading a turret is as good as you hope for. So
definitely.
Not too bad on their side, but that is more kills down. 3-0 now for C-Van on the Ahri, 3-1 for Fudgy Ditters on Echo. So both of these two.
They do spot him here on the other side of the wall. I don't know what he's looking for. Oh, I think they kind of knew he was there. I don't know if they spotted him.
They're taking a lot of damage from Bear Jr., who dodges out on the charm and just gets point blank ignited here from Theatrics. I have no idea what he was doing there. Yeah, he thought if he charmed Bear Jr., he probably had enough damage to kill him.
Half health,
he
no
was there. So.
Oh, nice pick up by Rob.
Theatrics taking a lot of damage here, has to get away, and Hentai Police.
Yeah, he's got the damage.
Misfortune following up as well. He has to flash away. He uses the
nice timing
on the bullet time. Braum ult is not going to land because of the flash away. Hentai Police gets the re-engage and gets a kill. There's
TP coming in.
3-on-1 on StarCraft there, corresponding to the Shaco clone, but that's still not fair. The decoy going down is going to do a lot of damage to C-Van, but he's going to walk away. Meanwhile, Saboy ulting out to save himself. Hentai Police going back in for another kill. Killing spree on Lolly Hentai Police on the Camille. Finishing off Theatrics now. A very bloody fight here. Fudgy Ditters wants Bear Jr.
What?
The phased rush keeps him from going over the wall.
Nice charm.
Is going to go down. Easy charm there from C-Van. No way he can get out of that without a flash. Bear Jr. is on the wrong side of the map. Fudgy Ditters is still looking for him, but he's going to get out. Still, though, I believe a 3-for-0?
And finally, I think the repair is going to get picked up here.
Yeah. 30
for a couple
seconds
attempts.
before the
Yep.
response.
Wow, very extended fights coming out of here, and I'm kind of surprised at that. I guess we're just not late enough in the game. You know, the combos aren't super clean, but I never expected the fights to be this extended.
Yeah,
As you
they
see,
do get the equalizer coming down to try to
yeah,
catch
flash
up
out of
from,
Zyra.
Zyra. Sivan uses his ult to get away. Doing RE things.
Yeah.
Did force the flash out of Rob's, so kind of needing that to be safe sometimes.
Oh, Theatrics.
He's not gonna be able to get out of this. Thinking he could return some damage on the Bear Jr. and he did, but it wasn't kill him, and he killed. Meanwhile, Lolly Hentai Police
my
says,
gosh.
"Hey there, Ezreal with no health. That's an easy kill." I don't know if he's gonna be able to get out of this though. He does have
Let's see
support
the
from
4v2.
Fudgy coming in behind. Oh, the flash, but he still
up.
gets stunned.
Yeah.
I believe that was from the Braum
Passive.
passive blows there. So
Oh,
Theatrics wants
Wow.
Fudgy Ditters, but his ult's gonna be nope.
gotta get him.
He did enough damage. I believe the backstab extra damage there while he had his back turned was enough. Meanwhile, Clumsy Chocobo not going to go down because Sivan doesn't have the ult to follow up, and he doesn't want to keep walking forward into Theatrics.
I feel like PMAA's downfall right now is their inability to keep track of the Shaco. You know, the Shaco didn't get ahead super in the early game by jungling. You see a little bit of trade there coming out of Titsy Boy, but yeah, the Shaco's just able. Sorry, the Shaco's able to do what
Clumsy
he
Chocobo
wants.
just point blank equalizer here as
Oh, that's a big cooldown to be
another-
missing.
wasted ultimate there, which could have been very useful as the dragon's coming down. But it is in the bush, so they don't have any vision on the side. Fudgy Ditters is here, but he's not able to get in and smite it. Very
Great
good job
shield
on
and
Savoy
blood.
blocking blocking all the bullet time there. Rob almost dies on the side of it, and they're able to get that Drake there. Down gold and down kills, they just are able to get onto it before they're able to respond. But Lolly Hentai Police does drop the Rift Herald here. They're cutting off their angles to get in and defend it here. They have to walk all the way around.
Bear
So they're
Jr.'s got
gonna
a
use
back.
the mid-lane turret.
I don't know what Bear Jr. wants to get out of the spot lane. He's Ezreal. He doesn't push enough.
Yeah.
They're to almost
Rift
give up
Herald is
2
gonna go
powers.
down here after it gets another very big chunk because of another charge. So good use of the Rift Herald there. Route over to Finn. Sivan looking for a pick. Not going to be able to kill the Braum by himself. Who just gets exhausted. Zyro coming out, but it's not going to find anybody. Sivan goes in for the charm. He does hit very, but he has to back away. Equalizer is scaring the team off.
Right. I haven't been a fan of a lot of Clumsy Chocobo's equalizers this game. He's had, I think, one good one, but
Yeah.
you know, he's using some of them defensively. And I really want to see them kind of set up a team fight that they can use it super effectively and actually get a lot out of it. Oh, nice.
Wow, lots of damage on Sivan. Who's going to
Dodge it.
Does
Yep.
not land the kill. He's pinging the flash, which I didn't see because the camera went away. But so that does mean that I'm guessing he flashed away. So he did not have the ultimate to dash away. So this is the flash.
All right, so a bit of back and forth, but still very even in gold here. It's just kind of where the gold is situated. You know, Bear Jr.'s got a 2-item power spike, and as soon as he gets that, you know, Manamune all stacked up, he will be very, very powerful. As well as the Shaco, you know, Shaco's about to hit 2 items and has got a few kills, so look for him to start doing some assassinations.
Yeah, he can kill just about anybody on the other side because they don't have a tank. So
Whoa!
Fudgy Ditters ults in to get, he does get some damage down, but
You don't have a
there, he
team,
dies.
man.
Lifelong Disintegration Ray does a lot of damage onto Rob, but the kill is finished up by Theatrics. He's now 6-3 and 4 on the Shaco. And they are turning right onto the Baron. They see Lolly Hentai Police is in the bot lane. He does have his TP, which
And
Clumsy
Clumsy does
Chocobo
not.
cannot follow. He goes in and gets a trade down, but he takes a turret shot. So
He needs to back off and TP here. Clumsy cannot do anything about his TP. He has
he
no
cannot
CC.
interrupt it. He can't try to kill him though while it's channeling. Meanwhile, Bullet Time is going to do a lot
nice.
to push them off of this. They took a lot of damage from. They don't. Again, they're not tanky other than the Braum, so if they are on it too long, they will take a lot of damage. And it is easy for them to push them off of it with the Bullet Time. Seavan goes in from the Charm. He does land it onto Panic at the top hat, who has the Zonius to stay alive. He also uses barrier. Meanwhile, very nice. Health bars are so low here, but that was a very good snipe coming out.
Ooh, good try, Rob. So
from Bear Jr. Oh my gosh.
Ezreal thing. He
That's
just
feels
hit
bad.
his mirror mana recently, and that's that extra damage coming out there.
He just walked into a trap. He wasn't expecting another box to be there. Walks into another one, and then so easy to land a mystic shot on somebody who's feared. Instantly pops.
So I've played with Seavan a couple times, you know, and I think that was one of those Seavan plays I've ever seen where he's basically 1v4, but he sees they're all low, and he's pretty sure he can make something happen, but he just kind of overestimates a few things, and
I mean, he did
pays the
get
price for it.
Panic at the top hat used his Zonias and his barrier and flashed. So next time he does that, he will die.
Right. But I mean,
as long as the rest of the team isn't there to defend him. But
you got to be careful because at 24 minutes even, you know, Baron's up on the table, dying, giving the gold over, and all that kind of stuff is really not worth even a flash and a Zanya's.
Yeah.
Rob's me caught out again. Oh,
bro.
Ezreal WQ damage.
He does a lot of damage, with that. And especially since you're a Zyra, one of the worst, or maybe the worst, wishiest champions. I mean,
Oh, goodbye, StarCraft.
Meanwhile, StarCraft should have just backed off of that, knowing that they were all there and that jungle. There's no way you can sit there at that turret and defend it. So
Yeah,
actually
shake
a lot of
things.
damage on the Fudgy Ditters, who has to use the ultimate to get away.
Looking to pick up a.
Baron Jr. is going to start on the
drag.
Drake while all the Hentai Police is pushing in the side wave.
I think he
this is
beats
point
the
of
Rumble
game.
here.
Yeah, he does go in. Not doing a lot of damage yet. He's actually taking a lot of damage back.
He's got the minion wave to help him out.
Meanwhile,
that's a
Theatrix has to
slow-
run away from. I'm sorry, Seavan is running away from Theatrix. He's not going to get away from the Ignite though. Theatrix suddenly popping off on all over the place. Didn't see a whole lot from the early game, but the last 10 minutes or so, he's been doing a lot of work.
Definitely. They're looking for Baron here, I think. They're going to start it right up.
Yeah. I did see Camille go back, but she does not have her TP. So... But she's just opting to go bot lane instead, it looks like. Fudgy Ditters is here, so we can hope to steal. Let's see. Some of the health bars are starting to get a little low. Theatrix is very low himself.
Yeah, he's got to need that smite. StarCraft's gonna. Oh, Bear Jr.
He's going in. Oh, Theatrix killed StarCraft somehow and secured the Baron.
And that's a 2-level
Where
advantage
was
on the
Misfortune?
jungler.
I guess I missed that kill.
No, oh my gosh, Misfortune was looking to ult over the wall, but Bear Jr. saw it coming and managed to just E over the wall, WQ, and
Oh, okay.
absolutely
The
obliterate
kill went to
her.
Theatrix, I believe.
Oh,
So
really?
he must have been over. Yeah, that's why I was a little
Oh.
confused. 'Cause I thought Theatrix.
Oh,
was
there must have
farther
been
away.
a Q or a box I didn't see.
Yeah. But anyway, very nice job from Theatrix securing that Baron. With Fudgy Ditters coming over the wall there. A very close game now is a 4,500 gold lead for BP. Meanwhile, Seavan has to ult away from the Ezreal damage. Yeah.
I still don't know if Lethal Tempo Ezreal is really doing it, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's all coming in from poke, really. I mean,
he's landed his shit. You know, he's landing W's. He's eating into it. Like he's hitting what he needs to hit.
he's 3.5 items. It does look like he's probably going for a gun. I like gun Ezreal a lot. I do that third or fourth item after the other two myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the
I never
Twitch
said
chat.
he wasn't doing
Yeah.
good. I just meant the early parts of the game, other than that like level 2 cheese gank. I didn't see him much after that.
Well,
he
that's the
did
thing.
good. It was just he wasn't as active as we were hoping.
And I totally agree. He didn't make a huge impact on the jungle super early. He kind of did his job. But then, as I said, he was starting to kind of play around the fights right, picking his moments and started to assassinate some of the squishies. And he finally got ahead to the point where he got a gold lead, and now he can do that to whoever. And look at this. He draws 2 people to the bot lane, gets out with ease, and Rumble can start pressuring the top by himself.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all the hentai police doesn't land the hook shot, has to flash away. Doesn't land that onto the wall, so we just see they're going to group 5-man here in the bot lane. Just shut down into the base here.
If you're PMAA, you have to look for your wombo combo. You have the team for it. You have yourself set up to make the combo happen. You need to execute at this point, or this game is going to be over within the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Go in here, Fudgy Ditters.
He does not land the stun. Gets a little bit of damage off, but backs away. Bear Jr. is just going to heal it up.
Yeah. I like the attempt. I don't think his team was quite with him on that one, but I mean,
yeah.
I feel for him having to try something.
They're going to back off, so the push is over for now, but third Drake here spawning very soon. Yeah. So this, if this goes to BP, that'll be 3 Ocean. So they're going to be able, if they're able to survive the initial burst from the Echo and the Ahri, then they will just heal it back up so fast and then come right back at you. So
yeah,
very good set of Drakes for them, I think.
It's a blessing and the curse for PMAA. Where like they have a team that's set up for very big burst damage.
Well, Hentai Place goes in and misses the hook shot.
Just cute.
Theatrics now did finish a Guardian Angel actually.
But yeah, you're looking for burst damage if you're PMAA, and if the fight doesn't work though, you cannot extend it. It is actually impossible.
Right. Yeah.
And so once you blow some cooldowns, Misfortune ult, Ahri ult, you're kind of shit out of luck for about 90 seconds until it comes back up. Oh, a nice
the death push. Very nice vision play there. Deleting Bear Jr. is going to be very good for them.
Oh, good equalizer.
And the Flame Spitter does a lot of damage. Theatrics does get put into the Guardian Angel there. Rob is going to go down to the Flame Spitter. Clumsy Chocobo is on a killing spree. We thought that was going to go. I mean, it's a 2-for-1, even though they started with a clean wipe of Bear Jr. So they're going to start up the Drake, maybe? Just clear the vision.
I mean, you don't have a jungler.
That's very bad. Theatrics moves right into the C-Van. Who flashes away even though Theatrics is very low. Meanwhile, only Hentai Police goes in all by himself. He's gonna get purged down by the Lifeform Disintegration Ray. Actually, the kill goes over to Clumsy Chocobo. With that true damage coming out from Panic at the top hat, he got the 3 stacks off, just melts
No Echo on the map. That should be a very free Drake.
Yeah.
Ahri ult's gonna be up very, very soon.
He does get the charm, but it's not gonna be enough.
Bear Jr. downtown.
I guess he TP'd behind, maybe?
He did.
Because they didn't know he was there, so he had to have TP'd. Yeah, he did. It's not cool. Meanwhile, he goes forward and uses the Ruin King active on Fudgy Ditters to force him to flash away. Very aggressive here on the Ezreal. He knows he's strong, so he's just gonna bully people around now with all this damage. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Deleted Rob there.
Yeah, I think they just pushed to end here. I mean, that's should be game. Yeah, Camille's gonna come up in a second here, but I think they are gonna make the Baron play. Try to go a little on the safe side.
Numbers here. Yeah. What was a very even game has ballooned to over 8,000 gold, 8,500, just in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, and I mean, PMAA had the right idea. They actually got Bear Jr. And then they got split. They didn't have the communication to say, hey, we're going to commit to this one thing. We'll stay on this side of the river even. And you saw 2 fights happening in 2 different spots. And it just dragged out way too long. And by the time they were finally ready to commit to something, Bear Jr. had already respawned, teleported, and gone. I think we have a DC by
Oh,
Theatrics.
there's a DC.
Yeah, they're gonna pause up here. Baron was secured, thankfully. Even with the possible DC there, but yeah, it looks like BP just has to walk it down mid or bot or top. Mid's already inhib gone, and they should have this game in the bag. Yeah. Looking at a very large discrepancy in the bot lane, as far as gold goes. Bear Jr.'s had a lot of freedom around the map. And it looks like he himself has 6,000 more gold than StarCraft. It's over half the team difference. So we definitely see where all that gold's being given into right now.
Yeah, it's basically all Bear Jr. and then a couple thousand more Theatrics over Fudgy Ditters, and then the rest of this team's pretty even. But at this point in the game, Ezreal just so much damage from range against an all squishy team here.
Yeah. If you're PMAA here, one of the things that's very important to do and it's hard to do is when you're this far behind, you have a moment, you have a pause here, you got to talk as a team. You have to come up with a plan. You have to ignore anything that's happened in the last 30 plus minutes, and try to just come up with a game. You could talk about the early game at another time, but if they can keep a strong enough mental, they have a chance. They still have the pick potential with Ahri. They still have a Wombo combo set up. They are very much not done with this game yet. And as long as they play smart and they don't kind of just give up mentally, I don't see this game being over right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We saw them just do it. They used they cleared out some vision, death bushed here for the Bear Jr. and it worked. They killed Bear Jr. instantly before, and that's the guy who has almost all of the gold lead for them. The rest of the fight didn't go their way because they were just kind of spread out and not together. But if they can do that again, Ahri can still land a charm and wipe him out instantly because he doesn't have a QSS or anything to get out of it. So
yeah, and I think you're looking around like they're the very top side of the jungle toward the base. If they can control vision just in those last few brushes and maybe stack one of them, or at least with Ahri, I think BP is going to get confident enough to try to ward up that entire jungle, and you will be able to catch somebody sleeping as they try to ward.
Right. And that's what I was going to say is they have the Baron buffs. They're going to be pushing onto your side. So get into your own jungle, figure out the vision, and try to set up a pick as you know they're going to be pushing into. I did mention that Ezreal did not have a QSS for the Ahri charm. He did finish his Gunblade and he picked up a stopwatch instead, which is good. Personally, I would go for. The only thing you're worried about, basically getting charmed by the Ahri or stunned by Echo or something.
The stopwatch is going to build into a GA, which is an armor item, and that team still puts out a lot of magic damage between Echo, Ahri, Zyra. Holy crap!
He's just gonna take out all of Cvan's health here and a couple abilities. So I don't know. Who needs a QSS? Just kill them. Theatrics is going in. That's an easy kill.
Throw in the dagger. On it.
Yeah.
We do have Rumble splitting up in the top lane. Trying to walk those minions into the tower.
All
I think they're gonna 3 inhib here. Oh, don't back off. What are you doing?
They might be looking for a fight here. No, they used the Hextech GP, but
Bear
Jr. just annihilates Rob.
Decimating their team right now.
He lands the W and then he just has to E forward, and it's basically an automatic kill on these squishy members that don't have any way to survive. Again, they don't have any front line to soak up this damage. So bullet time is just going to be completely blocked by Tia Boy, who for the ultimate Life form disintegration rate.
Oh my!
deals
In
damage
the
too.
face! That was a half health echo. Holy.
Bear Jr. just popping off here at the end, destroying everybody.
Well then.
Four Item Ezreal, 37 minutes in, just does so much damage. And there's nothing anybody on that team can do about it.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody who can stand in front and soak it up.
Now,
just all die.
yeah. Do you think you could start the MVP poll? Oh, all right. So Hoagie's gonna be on that one. Yeah. Obviously, a pretty sure-handed victory that was just, pretty early, even game, but really just kind of started snowballing for the side of BP. And I know that it seems quite obvious, like Bear Jr. definitely the most damage and most kills and everything. But really, it was he landed his stuff. He threw good W's. He knew when to eat in, which can be very dangerous. He finished all his kills. He didn't put himself in stupid situations. Like I would absolutely give my MVP to Bear Jr. because he knew what to do with the lead he was given.
Yeah, I agree. Using the whatever Ezreal's is called, Arcane Shift.
Arcane Shift, yeah.
Using it forward into a team that has that much damage, but he knew when he could do it, when he was safe, and the cooldowns were down, so he wouldn't get instantly charmed when he E'd forward or something.
Mm-hmm.
Again, sometimes you just have to look at how much damage they were doing, and Ezreal, you need to land your skill shots. He landed all the skill shots.
Yep.
Ultimates, I think 1 or 2 early deaths, but then like the rest of the way, he just completely popped off. And if you just look at the damage chart, I don't know, do you have the damage chart up?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of speaks for itself. C-Van did a lot of damage on his Ahri, but 36,000 more than 36,000
Stropple is
for
up.
Bear Jr. on the Ezreal.
Stropple is in, everybody.
Stropple is up.
Doubling everybody.
And everyone
except
can hear
for
me this
Ahri.
time. And I would like to give my MVP actually to Theatrics. Actually.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I would like to give it to Theatrics. I think he did have really good lane presence. Even though, yes, he wasn't really that present in the early game per se, but I think during the mid games, I think he really did get a lot of everybody ahead just because just popping up out of nowhere and just assassinating setting priority targets to help them secure objectives. And at the end we got 3 ocean drakes after losing a lot of early drakes. So I think good.
Theatrics was good. I think at the end of the day, I don't think he's MVP because I think he did his job. He was ganking early.
By the way,
and he was
we're gonna have to start cutting the stream for VOD purposes, so we can move on to game 2. By the way,
fine.
Sorry. But we can talk more when we come back.
Yes, vote on the MVP poll, and we will.
Be back, folks.